Hi, and welcome to the Selected Tech podcast, brought to you by a group of 4 MVPs doing webinars, sessions, and interviews on all things SharePoint, Office 365, and the Microsoft AI ecosystem. Their motto is learn, share, reuse. And here they are, Albert Jan, Rick, Stefan, and Tommy.
So, welcome back to another episode of Selected Tech. This time we're going to take a little side turn. Let's dive into a SharePoint framework Webpart that was newly created. The pull request was done, I think, 6 days ago, right, Stefan?
Yeah.
It was about a SharePoint framework Webpart, but integrated with the bot framework. So without any further ado, let's dive right in. You know who we are, Albert Jan, Rick, Tommy, and Stefan. Albert Jan couldn't be here today, so we'll edit him in afterwards. That's the power of video, of course. So let's dive right in. I normally should have my page open. So if you go to the SharePoint GitHub repository and then to the SharePoint development SPFx web parts, which is a lot of code samples and a lot of tutorials. If you're starting out with SharePoint framework, I recommend this. You can learn a lot from this. And if you go to the samples, then all the way, because this is Angular, there's jQuery examples, there's just JavaScript examples, plain old vanilla JavaScript, there's Knockout, and of course there's React. And one of the React components is a React, where is it, with the B bot framework, I'm guessing React bot framework, which was updated, as you can see here, 6 days ago by Stefan. And Stefan created a new SharePoint framework Webpart integrated with the V4 bot framework. So there was already a V3 one, but yeah, that worked only for text. And now we have a new one, which works with everything, adaptive cards, images, everything. So if you want to get started, just read through the documentations. There's a lot of information. Stefan put quite a good tutorial down there to get started with the bot framework and with the SharePoint framework. But I'm thinking it's better that we switch to Stefan, and then you can start showing us what you have done, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And there we go.
So as you said, the old SPFx Webpart used the V3 version of the web chat, which looked a bit old-fashioned. As you can see here, text only, and I want to make it look a bit more modern and align it to the look of the new bot framework web chat component, as well as the Teams user interface. As you can see up here in Teams, you have for each message a avatar image for your bot, and it doesn't render text only, it renders cards, it renders images, it renders buttons and stuff like that. And nowadays bots are built on top of these rich attachments. So I wanted to integrate the new React web chat component from the bot framework team. And if you dive through the documentation, you find also a really cool starter sample for a bot as well. So if you don't already have a bot, just use the bot application, which was created by Gary Pretty, an MVP from the UK.
Former MVP, right?
Microsoft, yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
No, he's still an MVP until Monday, he told me.
Until
and
Monday.
On Monday, he will start on the job at Microsoft. So he will be joining the bot framework SDK team. Yeah, but he created a sample. He also have some links up here from his blog on how to get started with the bot framework. So just go through it. Using the Webpart is rather simple. So you just clone the repo, serve it to your local workbench, or build it via gulp to add it to your app catalog. And what it basically looks like in real life is like this. So you have a web chat window right within your modern SharePoint site. And if you compare it to what you get when you go to the Azure portal and select some of your bot resources and
the web chat,
do the test in web chat,
yeah, that one.
it's basically the same thing. So this UI from the Azure portal. As you can see down here, you have this upload button, you have the sandbox and the send button. If you compare it to this, it's basically the same component.
And the avatar is also there.
So as you can see, I'm working with an adaptive card for greeting. I have buttons in there, like a growth button, which then displays another adaptive card, renders a video.
Oh, cool.
Stuff like that in there. We have this avatar for the bot itself and for the user. Right now, the image for the user is hard-coded and for the bot, but I'm thinking for my next version of this to get this user icon from the graph. Shouldn't be that hard. So basically, every user gets his very own image in there. If you don't want to render a image as an avatar, you still have the option to render a what's it called? The initials for the user and for the bot as well. So you can basically type in your initials or you can type in user if you want to, and it will be rendered instead of the image. You can also disable the upload button if you want to prevent your users from uploading images to your bot. So it's just a switch. You switch on or off. And what you also can do is, besides adding your direct line secret, which basically connects the Webpart to your bot framework bot hosted in the Azure bot service.
Wait, can you? Where do I get the direct line secret if I need it? So you have your bot open in Azure?
You get it from the Azure portal, going to your bot resource, going to channels. And if you don't already have added the direct line channel to your bot, you have to add it from the add featured channel list. Should be on the bottom right here. If you click it, then what basically opens up is this window. If it loads,
there we go. Yeah.
Okay. Configure direct line, and you have two keys. You can pick either one of those. Copy
take
the
that
key.
one.
Make sure to take the whole key, because as you can see here, there are dots in there sometimes and stuff like that. So you basically need to take the whole key, go back to your Webpart, insert the key, maybe change the background color of your web chat if you want to make it a bit more rusty, change it to black. You can also change the bot messages background color, bot messages foreground color, same for the user, same for the sandbox, and same for the sandbox text. Republish, reload, and now it's black.
Oh, cool.
And now basically your bot or your SPFx web part is connected to the bot hosted in Azure. If I type in hi, it will render the card same way as I would do it in the Azure portal.
The Azure web chat.
And this again can be a bot written in whatever language I choose.
Yeah.
In Azure.
Could be a .NET bot, could be a TypeScript bot, whatever.
So if I give you the direct line secret of a Q&A maker bot, it will work. Yeah, it's just that's
need the direct line secret. That's the minimum thing for the web part to work.
And Microsoft will know, okay, it's this secret, so that means it's this bot somewhere.
That's right. That's right. If I change it back to white to make it readable again.
Yeah, the black one's a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I think you selected 000 instead of. Yep.
But that's basically it.
Ah, cool. Looks nice.
In terms of implementations, you can scroll through the code on GitHub. I know it's like 30 lines of code overall, so it's not that hard to implement such a web part. The only thing you have to use is the React Web Chat component offered by bot framework -webchat, which is basically the React user reusable component built by the bot framework team.
So if I want to build my own one, I don't want to take this one, then I just have to import that statement.
Yeah.
And then let's say, for instance, I want
Cool.
other properties or more or less properties or those.
Yeah.
I want those hard coded, then I can just implement it myself. Or download this one and change it. Okay.
That's true.
So
So
just reusing the component in SPFx, basically.
So that means if there's an update from the bot framework team, you just need to update the web chat for that component. It's
and
new.
just
It's packaged.
to update the
packaged.
package.json.
Yeah, and then you're good to go, and you have the new version. Oh, cool! So this is actually future-proof. If you update your, update your.
If you want to update it, you can always update it. And in terms of styling, from the Microsoft Bot Framework web chat GitHub page, you get this default style set options, where you can see which types of styles you can change. So, for example, the bot avatar image, initials, background colors, border colors, offset thingies, stuff like that. All of them are basically attributes you can add to your React component, and you can change it from the property pane, if you will. So you can basically make use of all those attributes offered by the bot framework team in the web chat component to change the styling or the theming of your web chat within the SharePoint framework extension Webpart.
Cool. So yeah, if we want a new front end for our Q&A maker bot, then we can just take the SPFx Webpart, build it, deploy it to our tenant, and we have a front end. Good to go.
Yeah. You can also inherit the theming from the SharePoint site collection or from the hub site. You have a theme activated, then you could just inherit it from the site itself. You
and
don't
it's
have to
an
touch
SPFx Webpart, so if I want, I can also deploy it to Teams, right?
Of course.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Or you can use just the team channel for it.
Team channel, that would be easier, but still, it's possible.
You could make it a tab in a team.
Yeah, you could make it a tab in team. Oh, cool.
Or you can make it an app, as I did.
Yeah, an app is a little bit easier, but still depends on how many resources you have.
Yeah.
That's cool stuff.
Yeah. So if any of our listeners or viewers wants to know or want to help out, they can always check out the source code and maybe, I don't know, do a pull request and submit if they have like an improvement. It's always welcome to submit a pull request.
Yeah.
Or on the other
lyrics. Or you can come to our workshop at ESPC.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We're also doing a workshop on ESPC, or not all of us. I'm not going to be there at ESPC, but Stefan and Tommy are definitely going to be there, I'm guessing, And then Alpi will also be there, so there's a workshop at ESPC. So I'm guessing if you go to the website, you can figure it out which one it is. I think there's only one bot framework, or what's it called? Office 365 AI workshop or something.
Fundamentals, I think.
Yeah,
Office 365 and AI fundamentals,
There we go, on ESPC. So that should be cool. That's also something to check out. It's actually a good idea. Yeah.
And also in Thrive conference in Slovenia, Stefan and I are doing the workshop.
Yeah, of course. I'll be there as well. I'm not sure if I'll be there on the workshop day. That will be a close call, but that will definitely be a good one. Also a Thrive conference. We'll have to promote that a little bit more.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, then thanks, Stefan, for the explanation. Lots of work. Nice work.
Thanks a lot.
And see you guys later. Thanks everyone for
See ya.
listening. See ya. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.
Thank you for listening. Make sure to check out the show notes at selectedtech.show to get all the mentioned references. And one more thing. Please tweet about the podcast and give them a 5-star review. This really helps the guys a lot. Thank you and see you next time. Bye.